evening, depending on your location. You are welcome to this special edition of our program. Today, Africans, and especially Nigerians, claim they are Christians. They go to church, but do not understand the things of God. I repeat, many do hardly understand the credible handwork of God and His mysteries. For purpose of recap, how many can still remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in June 2021?
It is a prayer, of course. A reassurance from the Almighty Elohim that is with us always. A prayer that my mother used to pray for me right from childhood. For me only. And I used to wonder why she would pray that. I was at boarding school, government college, Buhari. And anytime she would come to visit me before she leaves, I would bow down my head and she would place her hand on my head and she would pray this prayer for me. I don't know why she would pray it for me, but now it has become very clear to me why she was doing so. Especially now that she is no more. And so also is my father and a lot of other very dedicated Biafrans who are today petitioning Elohim in the realm of the spirits to please have mercy upon those of us who are still alive. For I am with thee, be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yes, I will help thee, yes, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. And he went on to say, behold, all of them that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, as they that strive with thee, or those that strive to those that fight against thee shall perish.
International or transnational kidnappers organized by the Nigerian former president Muhammadu Buhari in 2021, who had earlier been involved in international kidnapping of Dr. Ruto in 1985. Big credit for Nigerians that their military and the civilian president was an international kidnapper. Kidnap is a big business in Nigeria. Buhari's kidnapping chain have benefited or are still benefiting all Fulani security agencies in the DSS and the churches like Binta Nyako and others. Indeed, General Buhari during his reigns, Fulani ethnic group as kidnappers in Nigeria, his Fulani brothers seeking to establish Islamic State of Nigeria are still kidnapping in various states of Nigeria at their own best, with Fulani ransom negotiators following them behind. All these histories have been heard by the president and government of Kenya. Indeed, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya when Mr. Ruto was the vice president of Kenya. It is well established that Mr. Uhuru's government, for which Mr. Ruto was the vice president, was indicted alongside General Buhari's government for their involvement in kidnapping and the renditioning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria for punishment and the torture, for advocating for the restoration of Biafran nation out of Nigeria.
he traces
However,
the main target with the intelligence. Then
the president
James
of
here,
Kenya,
he has that skills. He has the major quality and ability to actually get to the target.
Based on Paul and Spencer's victim statements, IRT suspects a known kidnapping gang from the Fulani tribe is responsible for taking them. It's a high-risk operation, and the suspects have home advantage.
Is this the most dangerous stretch of road in Nigeria?
Yeah, it's amongst the most dangerous roads in Nigeria because these are, as you can observe, there's no human life existing within this area. These are thick forest, bush, very thick bush. So it's very, very dangerous because you never can tell when they'll come out to strike. And that's a good hideout for the criminals.
According to IRT, 90% of kidnappers they have arrested in the past year have identified themselves as Fulani.
Is aware of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case and the report of the United Nations Working Committee on Arbitrary Detention, Torture and Punishment. Yet he ignored the reports of the United Nations Working Committee. This means he accepted and bowed down to both his boss, Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta, and the General Muhammad Buhari on the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya back to Nigeria. But God is angry with him for being in power for over 1 year, but failed to address the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his kidnap in Kenya. But God says that your oppressors will be taken captives, your plunderers will be plundered, and those who despise you will be despised. But today, Kenya is in turmoil. The Spirit of God has descended against the presidency of Ruto for neglect. God has resolved to bring low every high mountain to tell President Ruto that there are things he supposed not to neglect that may be detrimental to his government. The activation of mistakes he made may have come from God directly to put him low as they have done to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But to Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafrans, he said, I will let myself be found by you, and I will gather you from among all the nations and from all the places where I have driven you and bring you back to the place from which I sent you into exile. Thank you very much. This is a word for everyone, and we hope everyone will hear it and listen to it and meditate over this. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you. Till we come to you once again. The turmoil in Kenya is partly the handwork of God to remind the Kenyan government that they have a stake they have not settled. And without settling the stake, the turmoil will continue until Ruto is out of the government. Everything about Kenyatta's government will be rooted out. As they go back to the president of Nigeria to settle the case with the United Nations Working Committee against the torture they meted on Nnamdi Kanu. Today's we come to the end, and we ask you to subscribe to this channel, like, share, give us thumbs up, as well as leaving your comment. This program need to activate comments to hear people's opinion and what they think about what is going on both in Nigeria and in Kenya. Thank you, and God bless you all. Bye.